What you seek is seeking you, Rumi. I started this video before trying to be all profound and shit, and I'm in a weird space, and so I just wanted to share because I know some of y'all are in a weird space. Mercury's in the pre-shadow of retrograde. Venus is retrograde. We're looking at what we value. We're looking at who we are. We are reflecting on the ways in which we are moving in the world and what we are calling toward ourselves and what it is that we're willing to even fight for. What do we love? What does that even mean? How do we love? And how do you love yourself? Do you love yourself? What does self-love mean to you? Are you still doing the same things that you said you wanted to stop doing? Is that love? Are you still people-pleasing and doing things for others that are not in alignment with you because you want to be accepted by the outside world and be validated? And it doesn't matter who tells you that you're great, as long as somebody is telling you that you're great, even if they blowing smoke up your ass. You just want to hear that you're great. Have you told yourself that you're great? Don't worry, I'll wait. Or do you just seek everything outside of you? Do you seek the status that you feel that money and fancy cars and fancy clothes bring you? Because when people can see that you have what they want, often they will try to take it from you, especially if you're coming with the wrong energy. When I say wrong, if you're coming with that arrogant energy, if you're doing it solely for the external. Why do you do what you do? Do you do it because you love humanity? Do you do it because you love yourself? Do you do it because you wish that you could find somebody? You want to be the person that you needed? I re-recorded this video, right? Because again, I felt like I was trying to make it too profound. And instead of just coming up on here and speaking my heart about who I am, because the discovery of who I am is leading to what it is that I am magnetizing toward, what it is that I am attracting. And who I am is someone who loves deeply, care about people, period, right? Even if I don't fuck with you, I wish you well. I don't need to keep wishing you well, but I wish you well. I wish no harm to anyone. And I'm also here to help people find themselves, to make a better life for themselves, to change, to make the changes that you haven't been able to make on your own. We all deserve access to support on the journey. We do. We do. And as I'm saying, I can hear the message, the self-critic in my head that's like, girl, just stop talking. Ain't nobody listening to you. Don't nobody want to listen to you or what you have to say. But then my spirit's like, nah, you need to get this shit out. Because I have kept myself small for so long. Afraid of what other people might say. Afraid of how I'm going to be judged for the thoughts and the words that I convey. And what I really want to do is play and allow my energy to be free, to frolic and flow through the streets, to be sassy whenever I'm feeling sassy and not have to be apologetic for it. To step into my power without fearing that people are going to run and hide and walk away from me because they say that I'm being too arrogant, or I'm being too sure of myself, or I'm being too confident, or I'm being vain, which is something I often heard growing up. Oh, you're so vain. Why? Because I love myself? Because I've learned to believe in myself? Because I've learned to know that I'm the shit? To know that I'm amazing? Why don't you know that you're amazing? And I oscillate back and forth between the two sometimes still, right? The law of polarity, the law of rhythm, the pendulum swings from side to side. I know I'm not the only one. That's why I'm sharing this. And I do what I do. I guide, I help you heal you. I don't heal you. And honestly, you're already healed. We are just learning how to tap into the version of you which is your spirit. We're learning how to tap into your spirit and bring that to the surface so we can push that out, not even push it out, so we can embody that and shine that out into the world. Because that is what you came here to do, was to be your full, healed, embodied self. What does it mean to embody? Because sometimes people use that word, but they're not even embodying things themselves, right? To embody, to body, right? 1111. Man, let's look up the etymology of embody. In reference to a soul or spirit, invest with an animate form. That was 1540s. From 1660s of principles, ideas, etc. Express, arrange, or exemplify intelligence or perceptibility. Interesting. M means in. Body is talking about the trunk of a man or beast, the whole physical structure of a human or animal, material frame, material existence of a human, main or principal part of a thing. So, to embody means to walk in the energy that you already are. But first you have to believe that you are those things. You have to believe that you have access to those parts of you. I don't care what anybody said on the outside, because external validation and affirmation is what got you in this space in the first place. But we continue to seek other people to tell us who we are, to tell us how we are, to tell us what we're good at, to tell us how we should be perceived. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't ask people for their perspective, but do it in such a way that you are expanding your own. You're taking in the information not as fact or law, but as, oh, that's interesting. Let me add that to my data bank and see how I resonate with that. See if there's any truth to me in what you're saying. Because oftentimes people project their own fears, their own limitations onto others, because it is a cycle. It's like the water cycle, if you want to say that, but it's a cycle that people project, they put it on other people, they project it on other people, then other people then take those things, they internalize them, and then they say, oh my God, maybe this is me, because they don't trust themselves. As someone who didn't trust themselves for a very long time, and I'm learning to trust myself more and more every day, I am releasing the conditionings that have stood in my way for me being the person that I've always been, which is theatrical. It is dramatic in the best animated ways. What do actors and actresses do? They embody different energies and frequencies to be the character and the role that they are portraying or projecting out toward the audience. So we play many roles in life. We have many, many roles. Mother, daughter, brother, cousin, TT, what else? Doctor, therapist, runner, fitness instructor, garbage truck driver, comedian, musician, singer. But at the end of the day, those are just pieces and parts of you. They are not all of you. What do you enjoy? How do you love? Because honestly, what you are at the end of the day is love. You are love expressing itself in different frequencies, depending on the energies around you, most likely, or the energies within you that are stronger. Whatever is stronger, whatever has more bandwidth, whatever has taken root, whatever has stronger roots is what will show up. So, is it fear? Does fear have stronger roots in you than love? Does anger have stronger roots in you than love? Even though they're not separate, anger is an expression of love needing something. What roots are living in your system? What roots are entrenched and entangled throughout your entire energy body, which are then expressing themselves in your physical body, whether it's through sensation? Pain is a sensation. You know, what type of sensations are coming up within you when you get those tingles, when you get those goosebumps? What does that mean to you? You're taking in information and energy all the time. And then you're letting it out and you're projecting it out, and through the filters that have been placed upon you, through those roots. The energy is the water that nurtures the soil that is then brought up into the roots, into the tree, into the plant, and then the blossoms are what people are seeing. So I am choosing now to begin to embody more of my authentic being every day. I've already been doing this, but some days we have things unlock and open inside of us. What is unlocked and opened inside of you? We are in a heavy time of reflection. And I say heavy because Venus is retrograde. Mercury is about to go retrograde next weekend. It is a big time of reflection. What are your thoughts doing? What beliefs are coming up? What things are you noticing in your surroundings? What is being brought to you? What is the energy? What is your mind telling you inside? What is the self-critic in your head telling you? that you can't do it, that you never were going to be able to do it, that you've never been this, you've never been that you're crazy, you're delusional, that you're nothing. Tap into the ally inside of you, the inner ally. That's the one that comes from love. Your positive ego versus your negative ego. The one that tells you, hey, maybe this thing isn't the right way, but there's a different way. Because how is the voice telling you? How is the messages telling you? How are the messages telling you that you are not meant to do something? When do you know when to shift and to pivot? The thing you're often resisting is where your magic lies. So I had a thought just now. It was like, just cut the recording off. You're not going to put this out here. You sound like you're crazy. But you know what? I'm going to put it out there because it's time to start putting out our thoughts and beliefs. Some of us, it's in my chart. That is our purpose. That is part of our purpose. It's not everyone's purpose. It does not make my purpose better than yours. Some people want to be seen, but may not be meant to be seen. Or when may just not even be seen, they want to be recognized by the people closest to them. And that's a different story. It's a different type of being seen, eh? If I could just get more eyes on me, that's not your destiny. And now it's like, I ask myself, what if that's not really my destiny? But what if it is? And what if we are meant to experiment, to follow the breadcrumbs from Spirit Guide Universe in order to find the aligned way of showing up and being seen and being recognized? I'm a projector in human design. Recognition is literally part of our blueprint. But in order for others to recognize us for real, we need to recognize the brilliance within ourselves. And that can be a real struggle for a lot of projectors who grew up in a world built by generators. Doesn't mean the world wasn't built for you, it wasn't built by you. There's a place for you, but that negative ego needs to shift in a lot of people, including us sometimes. So finding your balance and finding your way. And now I'm rambling, so I'm going to go about my day. And now I've been rhyming a little bit, and I know that's when I start channeling, when the rhyming begins. How do you know when you're tapped into spirit? I hope this was helpful for you. It just felt expressive for me. If it wasn't helpful for you, then keep it pushing. But if it was, let me know how you've reflected based on my reflections, because I share because I know I'm not the only one. And it's taken courage for me to even begin to do that. I used to be terrified of being seen and being perceived, being judged, being criticized potentially. But it's time now for us to reclaim our power. Time for me to reclaim my power. It's time for you to reclaim your power. It's time for you to stand in your confidence. Courage does not come without fear. How do you have courage if you have nothing to overcome? If everything's just easy for you. If everything just flows. Even when things flow, sometimes there's still that, and then you have the courage to move forward. The more you do it, the easier it does get. Doesn't mean you still won't feel that twinge though. So practice being courageous by doing things every week that have scared you before. The fear doesn't have to be big. It could just be trying a new sweetener in your coffee because you know what you like and you're going to be a little irritated or a little upset if it doesn't taste good. You don't want to waste it, right? You don't want to pour it down the drain. But what if it's the best sweetener, creamer, whatever that you've ever tried? What if that coffee changes your life, changes your mood, puts you in such a space, it elevates you to such a way, and I don't drink coffee, but, you know, tea, whatever it is, whatever drink you drink, what if it elevates your mood to such a space and place it helps you and something beautifully amazing happens that day in alignment with your mood shift? Try new things. That's how your brain learns and grows. I love you.